She's very, very like me, from the heels up to the head. And I see her jump before me, and I jump to my bed.
The funniest thing about her is the way she likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For she sometimes shoots up like an Indian rubber ball, and she sometimes gets so little that there's none of her at all.
She hasn't got a notion of how children ought to play, and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. She stays so close beside me, she's a coward, you can see. I think shame to stick to Nursey as that shadow sticks to me.
One morning, very early, when the sun was up,
I rose and found the shining dew in every buttercup.
And my little shadow, like an airy sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed.
This started out as a jumping rope, and you probably think that I'm a dope, but this started out as a jumping rope, and now I fear there is no hope, but this started out as a jumping rope.
When I'm glad, when I'm angry, when I'm sad, whenever I'm silly, my goes like this. If I like you or blow you in, when I'm tired, when I'm afraid, I have the most flexible ever made. I hope that you, me, and don't think I'm rude. I'm Joe the Emoji, and I'm one cool too.
What's in the sack?
What's in the sack? Is it some mushrooms?
Or is it the moon?
Is it love letters?
Or downy goose feathers? Or maybe the world's most enormous balloon?
What's in the sack? That's all they ask me.
Could it be popcorn?
Or marbles?
Or books?
Or 2 years worth of your dirty laundry?
Or the biggest old meatball that's ever been cooked?
Do they ask, hey, what's your birthday? Can you play Monopoly? Do you like beans? What's the capital of Yugoslavia? Or who embroidered that rose on your jeans? No.
What's in the sack?
That's all they care about.
Is it a rock?
Or a rolled giraffe?
Is it pickles? Or winkles?
Or busted bicycles?
And
if we guess it, will you give us half?
Do they ask where I've been? How long will we staying? Where I'm going? When I'll be back? Or how do? What's new? Or hey, why are you blue? No. All they keep asking is,
What's in the sack? What's in the sack?
I'm blowing my stack! And the next one who asks me,
What's in the sack?
oh no, not you too.
My dad gave me $1 bill, because I'm the smartest son. And I traded that dollar bill for 2 shiny quarters.
Because 2 is more than 1.
And then I traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess she she don't know.
That 3 is more than 2.
And then along came old Blind Bates. And just because she can't see, she gave me 4 nickels for him.
Because 4 is more than 3.
And then I went to Hiram Coons down at the seed feed store. And that fool gave me 5 pennies for him. Because 5 is more than 4. And then I went home and showed my dad. And he got red in the face and closed his eyes and shook his head. Too proud of me to speak.
I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles, the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps.
My mouth is wet. My throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye.
My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more, that's 17. Don't you think my face looks green?
My leg is cut. My eyes are blue. It might be systematic flu.
I cough. I sneeze. I gasp and choke until never left. Leg is broken.
My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched, my ankle sprained. My appendix pains each time it rains.
My nose is cold. My toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb.
My neck is stiff. My voice is weak. How I whisper when I speak.
My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbows bent. My spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108.
My brain is shrunk. I can't hear. There is a hole inside my ear.
I have a hangnail. And my heart is... What? What's that you say? Today is Saturday?
Goodbye. I'm going out to play.
My voice was raspy, rough, and cracked. I said, I am a little horse. And they stuck a saddle on my back. And now, of course, they trot me and they gallop me. They prance me up and down the town, yelling, "Giddy up, little horse!" Some things are not the way they sound.
Someone put their baby brother under this basket. The question is exactly why, but I'm not going to ask it. But someone, I ain't saying who, has got a guilty face. Ashamed to let such a lovely brother go to waste.
When singing songs of scariness, of bloodiness, and hairiness, I feel obligated at this moment to remind you of the most ferocious beast of all. 3,000 pounds and 9 feet tall. The glurpy, slurpy, scarecrow. He's standing right behind you. Hi.
I see her.
Should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here she comes. What shall I do?
He asked the dog. The dog said,
Bow.
and so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la.
She smiled, she did.
He told the sheep. The sheep said,
Bob.
I told my robot to do my bidding. She yawned and said,
You must be kidding.
I told my robot to cook me a stew. She said,
I've got better things to do.
I told my robot to sweep my shack. She said,
You want me to straighten my back?
I told my robot to answer the phone. She said,
I must make some calls of my own.
I told my robot to brew me some tea. She said,
Why don't you make tea for me?
I told my robot to boil me an egg. She said,
First, let me give you bread.
I told my robot there's a song you can play me. She said,
How much are you going to pay me?
so I sold that robot because I never knew who belonged to who.
The crocodile went to the dentist and sat down in a chair. And the dentist said,
Now tell me, sir, why does it hurt and where?
and the crocodile said,
I'll tell you the truth. I have a terrible ache in my tooth.
and he opened his jaws so wide that the dentist, she climbed right inside. And the dentist laughed
Oh, isn't this fun?
as she pulled the teeth out one by one. And the crocodile cried.
You're hurting me so. Please put down your pliers and let me go.
But the dentist just laughed with a,
I still have 12 to go. That's the wrong one, I confess. But what's one crocodile's tooth, more or less?
then suddenly the jaws went snap. And the dentist was gone, right off the mat. And where she went, one could only guess. To north or south or east or west, she left no sporting good rest. But what's one dentist, more or less?
This morning, I jumped on my horse and went off for a ride. And some wild outlaws chased me and shot me in the side. So I crawled into a wildcat's cave to find a place to hide. But some pirates found me sleeping there, and soon they had me tied to a pole and built a fire under me. I almost cried till a mermaid came and cut me loose and begged to be my bride. So I said I'd come back Wednesday, but I must admit, I lied. That I ran into a jungle swamp, but I forgot my guide. And I stepped into some quicksand, and no matter how I tried, I couldn't get out until I met a water snake named Clyde, who pulled me to some cannibals who planned to have me fried. But eagle